off me now.
Hey, and welcome back to the 9th edition of this week's Bentonville West Football Coaches Corner. I'm joined by Coach Pratt. And Coach, give us a rundown of the 59-21 beatdown of Heritage on homecoming night.
I don't know if I'd call it a beatdown. We played well in some phases of the game, and some we didn't play as well defensively as we felt like we should. We knew that a football team was going to struggle with our athleticism, and I think we was effective moving the football and playing really fast. And anytime you have a homecoming week and you have fall break and you have all the distractions that go along with this, it's hard to keep your kids up after a tough 3-week schedule that we've had. I mean, with Fayetteville, Springdale, and then Harbor, and then to come into this one, it was tough to keep our kids where we need to be. But I guess you should be pretty happy to come away with a big win, 59-21. But like we've said as coaches, at this point in the season, it doesn't really matter what you win by. You know that the game week 10 is going to determine the state champion, the conference champion. And so right now we're just wanting to get a win, stay healthy, and make it through the season and get ready to make a run in the playoffs.
Who are some individuals that had good performances against the War Eagles?
Will Jarrett, his stats are
typical,
pretty crazy. I mean, even though we've gotten used to it, it still kind of shocks you when you look at it. And he threw for 420 yards and 3 touchdowns and rushed for almost 100 yards and a touchdown. I mean, he accounted for over 500 yards of offense in one game, and that's playing 3 quarters. So really pleased with the way he played. I thought that our receivers corps played really well. A couple of drops that we had to clean up, but other than that, Jaden had over 160 yards receiving. Bandon and Jonas both almost right at 100. So we're really pleased with that regard, and then also Tyrese Smallwood rushed for over 100 again, which is the 3rd week in a row. So that's a big plus for us. I think that kind of exemplifies how our offensive line is playing. If we're able to throw it and run it, it makes us a really good football team. And I thought defensively we made some stops when we need to, but I thought they were able to run the football a little better than we thought. We hadn't had a 100-yard rusher in a while, and we gave up on that night. And our coaches aren't really happy with that, but it's tough, like we said, to play at the level we need to play at for 4 quarters every week. So we're happy with the win and move on to the next week. And can't believe it's week 9. We've been doing this for 9 weeks now. It seems like it's flying by. So trying to enjoy it, but also know that the best of football is coming.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're going for your 99th career win as a head football coach.
There's a little discrepancy there between one publication has it at 99, the other one has it at 97. I went back and actually pulled the records from when we were in McAllister, and I'm actually at 97.
97.
Yeah,
so all right.
We're getting there, and be honest with you, it's not. I mean, I know everybody talks about your 100th win and your celebrate, but it's just a win. I'm more important about the team. It's not about my individual stats. So I get way too much credit for the job that our coaches and our team do and the success we've had right now.
So to go to career win number 98, you're going to have to get through Rogers. So talk about Rogers a little bit.
Rogers is coached by a friend of mine from Oklahoma, and so we went against each other a few times. Good football coach, he'll have them ready. Kind of a young team, a team very similar to we were last year, playing a lot of sophomores, a lot of kids that haven't had the experience that they probably should be thrown into 7A West. It's still a game and still having to go over to their place and play, and you don't need a setback going into week 10. With the win last Friday night, we did secure 1st or 2nd place, which means we get a bye in the playoffs, which is a big deal. But we still have 2 more games to play, and we'll talk about the playoffs when it gets here. But right now, the most important thing is Rogers. They're a good football team, especially offensively. They throw it and run it. Coach Lloyd's son is the quarterback. He's just a sophomore, so he makes some mistakes, but he's still a really good player, plays with a lot of confidence, got a really good receiver, and I mean, it'll be a challenge for us. We'll have to definitely step up defensively. Offensively, is do what we do. I mean, it really doesn't matter what they do to us. It's take what they give us and just be fast while we do it.
All right, well, that'll wrap up this week's edition of the Bentonville West Football Coaches Corner. I'm here with Coach Pratt, and my name is Ben Larson. Thanks for tuning in.